to my fellow board members and sometimes myself that we are elected by the public and we need to be respectful per our policy manual where it cites it numerous times that we need to have respect for each other, but we also have to have respect for our community, and those people who may or may not agree with our position on something still deserve our respect. And I just wanted to state that. I came to this idea while I went to the New Hampshire School Board Association meeting. A number of school districts who were in similar situations as we are at one point in time said that that gentle reminder every meeting for a few meetings in a row just kind of started to change the tone of how everyone spoke to each other. And I wanted to state that, and I also wanted to say one of the things that the New Hampshire School Board Association highly recommends, that when you come to a school board meeting, there are no surprises. Everyone on the board is fully aware of what they are going to need to study, what they need to be prepared for, and there are no surprises from anyone on either side of the table, and I just wanted to put that out there. Thank you. Now we'll move on to the approval of minutes.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion that we move the approval of the minutes down in the agenda, perhaps to the beginning of new business to expedite some of the other issues that we have before us.
I'll second that.
Is there any discussion?
I'd like to speak to it. I know last time when we started these, particularly Mr. Liskars had a lot of detail that he wanted to go over, and I think rather than table them, if we can move them down in the agenda and maybe wait a little later, you know, when some people have seen the issues that they've come to hear about, then we could take these up because they're pretty much mostly the interest of the board only, I think.
Okay, with there being no more discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I would just request that it comes after item D, because for the manifest and the budget adjustments.
That's fine.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 No, motion carries 3-1. Opportunity for the public to address the board.
Jen Ligier, 65 Lindsay. I am here tonight with similar concerns that I have voiced before. I believe personal agendas and backroom politicking are taking precedent over our children's education. I will start with some questions for the board in regards to my first belief, personal agendas over education. Approximately how many teacher or administration inquiries/complaints have come into the SAU office regarding overhead projector safety in the past 6 months from a Hooksett resident? Approximately how many requests or inquiries have come into the SAU office regarding providing transportation to out-of-district students for fall of 2013 from Hooksett residents? Approximately how many requests have come into the SAU office requesting a copy of policy manual in the past 6 months from a Hooksett resident? And approximately how many inquiries or complaints have come into the SAU office regarding Dr. Littlefield's position as a superintendent in the past 6 months from the Hooksett residents? Second, backroom politicking concerns. David Pearl, Hooksett Issues, May 16th, response to Alyssa L. L said they had no previous knowledge of this candidate nor what this candidate's position would be as a board member. Pearl, again, not true. In fact, I had conversations with 3 of the candidates within a week of the vote. Conversations with 3 of the candidates within a week of the vote? I was not one for transparency's sake. 3 remain. 2 didn't even have their email of consideration to the board within a week of the vote. Mr. Sullivan did. The 2 others did not. I did not see emails in the 520 packet outlining these conversations. How does one have conversations when the public didn't have knowledge of 2 of the candidates running? How is interviewing 3 when 4 submitted names unbiased, transparent, or ethical? Why is school board business being discussed on public blogs on Hooksett Issues? Mr. Pearl states he's unhappy with the agenda for Tuesday, May 21st. Mr. Pearl states the board is holding another meeting which was voted on Mr. Pearl and Mr. Liskars. Mr. Pearl posted on the results from the roundtable discussion when the results have not been presented to the board in the 520 packet in a finalized form. Is this ethical? Is it legal to conduct school board business on a public blog? I know Dr. Littlefield via email had requested the source of the policies listed on Mr. Liscar's, website, and I had not heard a response from Mr. Liscar's via the emails. This was found on Help, and I believe it is the answer Dr. Littlefield has been waiting on. Help, John Liscars to Rich Girard. You have been thanked for your right to know effort, but in case you didn't hear it, here it is again. Thank you, Rich Girard. The good news is that because of Help, you were learned of this in the first place, and your efforts with your right to know experience, truth made it to the surface. I like to look at it as a good collective American effort, but that's just me. Why is Hooksett School Board member working with the Manchester Charter Commission?
30 seconds.
May I have an extension? Is it ethical? Is it legal? Also on Help, why is Hooksett's high school contract litigation with Manchester being discussed by Board Member Liscars with Rich Girard, again, a Manchester Charter Commission? I feel these types of conversation jeopardize our children's education and ongoing litigation. Is this legal? Is it ethical? Is it ethical as a board member not to support our current contract with Manchester and encourage the community to start a petition for transportation out of district to be provided or funded by Hooksett? I feel any formal relationship with another district will support Manchester that Hooksett is in breach with current contract. I am sure some of my questions will be answered and twisted on public blogs tomorrow. Name calling may even happen, such things as ignore the brats, speak out about the brats, and let them know their behavior is not acceptable. I am not a brat. I do not have election scars. I look forward to the board's responses to the many questions posed this evening. And I do have a copy for you, and I did put question marks on that. Thank you.